What's good, YouTube? Logic with them here, and today we are here to break down our UPU Season 3 draft analysis. Now, I know what you guys are thinking, UPU, what is that? Well, guys, if you guys have been on my channel, you guys have known the UPA, and we have changed our name due to respect of another league being named UPA. So now we are the United Pokemon Union, and I'm pretty excited with my draft. I think I'm gonna make a couple of changes, but nonetheless, I'm really happy with what I got. I was last in the draft, so there's 19 coaches in the league, and I got the 19th spot. But that did mean I got a wheel pick, which is okay with me. And yeah, guys, so we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into our picks, and they're gonna go in the order I picked them in, and I'm gonna explain why. So yeah, guys, if you guys are hyped, make sure to leave a like down below and comment what you guys. After I'm done going over my team, comment what you guys think of it. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first pick we went ahead and picked up was Garchomp. Now Garchomp, I needed to get this because all the dragon types were going round 1, all the fairy types were going round 1. So I just felt like I needed to get Garchomp as soon as I seen it was there, 19th round. Garchomp is a good defensive wall with rough skin and rocky helmet. It's also a great physical mon, base 130 attack, decent speed 102, which outspeeds a lot at 102 if you're fully invested. And yeah, guys, some good moves that Garchomp gets is like Dragon Claw, whatchamacallit, what's that move? Stealth Rocks. I was like, Stealth Rocks for when you're running that defensive set. Gets Crunch, gets Iron Head, it gets Poison Jab, Stone Edge, Swords Dance. If you want to run it special, which I've actually seen people run a special, you can run Dragon Pulse, Earth Power, you know, throw a hidden power on there if you want to. Surf, this thing gets Surf. I never even knew it got Surf. And, you know, all those good special moves. But yeah, Garchomp, I felt like I needed to get it round 1. Definitely worth the pick round 1. So the next Pokemon we went ahead and picked up was Primarina. Now, like I said, I had the wheel pick, so these both were basically like my round 1 pick, if you guys know what I mean. So like I said, all the fairy types were getting taken, and I needed some hard-hitting fairy that can also eat some hits, and Primarina was right there, so I thought, had to get it. Oh yeah, before we keep going, the tiers were custom made by the UPU. Like 2 of our guys, Mega Cacturn and Danny, they both sat and made the tiers, and we all approved. So this is my second I forget what tier it is. You guys will see it down. But we went ahead and picked up Primarina. Like I said, fairy types were being taken. I needed one that can dish out hits plus take them, and Primarina was the way to go. Now sadly, we can't use the hidden ability yet since it's not released, but nonetheless, that still doesn't make Primarina any less scary. It's hard hitting. If you throw an Assault Vest on there, it's gonna like eat hits for days. Has access to moves like Surf, Surf, Scald, Energy Ball, Shadow Ball, Moon Blast. What else does it get? It gets Psychic. It gets just my thumb. Gets Toxic. Did I say Energy Ball? Yeah, I said Energy Ball. Ice Beam. It gets a good variety of moves. The only downside of it though is that it doesn't get like Wish, which would make this thing like overpowered, because if this thing could have self-recovery, it wouldn't be killable unless you had something designated like poison type or a grass type to kill it, and even then I don't think it's gonna die in one shot. So yeah, I thought I had to get Primarina and this Hizzle. Yeah. Alright, so the next Pokemon we went ahead and picked up was Ninetales. Now Ninetales is a great fire type with that drought. You guys are gonna see soon why I picked Ninetales, but I picked Ninetales round 3 because I needed a fire type. I needed a good fire type at that. I needed a fast Pokemon, and base 100 is pretty fast. Outspeeds a lot, like I said earlier. 102 outspeeds a lot, so base 100 It's just like the same. But yeah, don't sleep on Ninetales because it can be either physical or special, because it has base 76 physical attack and base 81. What's it called? Base 81 special attack. Yeah. So this thing it's gonna be full of surprises, guys. It's gonna either A, have body slam, you know, that flare blitz, that flame charge, you know, all that good stuff, or it's gonna have dark pulse, psychic, extrasensory, you know, energy ball, solar beam, that drought, flamethrower, flare blitz, fire blast. Oh my gosh. But yeah, Ninetales gets a lot of good moves. Expert Belt, it's perfect for this thing. Also has decent special defensive stats, being base 100, and its HP stats base 73. This thing's just gonna be A1. Now the next Pokemon I picked up was, excuse me. The next Pokemon I went ahead and picked up was Cobalion. Now Cobalion, I felt like I just needed Cobalion because we needed a fighting type at this time. We needed a steel type for all those fairies, and I just thought Cobalion was the best bet because Cobalion can also be another Rocky Helmet user. Its ability justified if it gets hit by a dark type move. Its attack stat gets increased by 1. So that's a great ability if, you know, you're predicting a knockoff or something of that nature. But it can be ran either physical or special, being 90 in both attacks. It gets access to like Iron Head, Flash Cannon, Close Combat, Focus Blast, Stealth Rocks if I want to run, you know, that defensive set. It gets Stone Edge, it gets Rock Polish if I want to start, you know, setting up. But it's already fast enough with that base 108 speed. Swords Dance, Substitute, Thunder Wave, Volt Switch. Just has a good variety of moves, and I know I'm going to keep my opponent on their toes when I have this thing. But yeah, our Cobalion I feel like it's going to be putting in the finest of work this season. I have a lot of faith. And at this point in the draft, I did not get sniped yet, so I was actually really happy. Really, just like, yeah. But yeah, the next Pokemon I'm going to head and picked up, guys, was Luxray. Now, Luxray, I know what you guys are thinking. There's a lot of better electric types up there, but let me explain why I picked up Luxray. Now, Luxray isn't the worst Pokemon ever. Honestly, I think Luxray is an amazing electric type. With the 2 abilities, well, it has 3 abilities, but I'm really only going to be running 2 of them. Intimidate and Guts. Now, that Intimidate, with Intimidate, I can run this thing defensively. Like, I can run Intimidate, because its HP is 70, its HP is 80, and both defenses are 79, so that's not bad if you're running a physical wall with Intimidate. Well, no, if I'm running, I'm tongue twisting my words, guys. If I'm running a max HP, max defensive Luxray with Intimidate, I don't think it's going to be taking that much damage. The only downside would be the damage I'm going to be taking, but that's fine. But mostly I'm probably going to be running it physical with that Guts, so I'm going to either have a Toxic Orb or Flame Orb, depending on what I feel fit, because it could come in handy. But yeah, the only couple things I'm upset about is that its only stabbed physical electric type move is Wild Charge, which isn't the best because it's gonna take recoil, but nonetheless it's fine because we're gonna be working around that. But yeah, physical moves it gets is like Crunch, Fire Fang, Facade with that burn/toxic, Ice Fang, Night Slash. If I want to be cheeky, I can run Quick Attack and get that kill. Superpower. You know, it gets a good little move pool, and I'm actually really happy that I got Luxray because I didn't even notice I had base 95 special attack, so I can run it special as well, which is actually really good to know now that I do this video. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna be naming it Mufasa because of the shiny, but Luxray definitely worthwhile. I feel should not be slept on in the slightest, in my opinion. Well, that's just me. So the next Pokemon I went ahead and picked up was Kecleon. Now Kecleon, I'm sure you guys are thinking, why'd you get this knockoff Greninja? Well, Kecleon, do not sleep on this either. Kecleon will put in the finest of work with that base 120 speed, base 120 special defense, slap and assault vest on there. It's gonna be eating hits for days. With base 90 attack, either slap a choice band, or not even a choice band, just you with that base 90 attack plus Protean, which makes it stab. Literally, it's gonna be hard to take this thing down. And plus Kecleon gets access to lots of good moves like Fake Out, Shadow Sneak, and Sucker Punch for like priority. It gets Drain Punch. It gets Fire Punch. It gets literally like all the punches. Yeah, it gets all the elemental punches. It gets Recover if I want to try to run like a non-assault vested but defensive set. It gets like Shadow Sneak. Oh, like I said that. Oops. A Shadow Claw. Gets Stealth Rocks, which I didn't even know that. Look at this. I'm learning. I'm learning while you guys are learning. It gets Trick, it gets Thunder Wave, it gets Thunderbolt. It actually gets an amazing move pool. The only downside to this thing is that it's base 40 speed, but the 3 priority moves, I don't really think that's going to be an issue. But yeah, I think Kecleon is definitely going to be a big impact to our season as well. Now, the next Pokemon I went ahead and picked up, earlier at this point in the draft, I got sniped. I didn't realize I got sniped until this round because I wanted Mega Sceptile, but then I realized that my good friend Soul, he took Mega Sceptile, so I'm like, oh man, what am I gonna get? And then I seen that this thing was still up, and I thought I had to get it. We got Mega Pidgeot. Now, Mega Pidgeot. This Mega is very slept on for multiple reasons, and I understand why. It's a Route 1 bird, and it has a Mega. Like, why? But Mega Pidgeot, Mega Pidgeot definitely is probably one of the good side Megas. With that base 121 speed, and that base 135 special attack with no guard, that means Hurricanes are going to be hitting with that chance of confusion. Like, this thing is going to be complete power. I'm probably going to be running the usual set, Hurricane, U-Turn, Heat Wave, and Roost, but I'm probably going to be switching it up a couple of weeks. Like, I know one of my friends, I don't want to reveal all my strategies, but one of my friends told me, work up would be a good move, and that good nature, but we'll see guys. Now, the next Pokemon I went ahead and picked up was Venusaur. Like I said earlier, with Ninetales, that drought is going to be, like, I kind of have some synergy going on here. That with Venusaur's ability, Chlorophyll, it doubles its speed in the sunlight, so I could potentially sweep with this thing, or I could, run it, defensive like a lot of people do. But Venusaur, again, is nothing to sleep on. Even though it's not Mega Venusaur with that thick fat, it's still pretty good. Excuse me. It gets access to moves like, what's it called? Giga Drain, gets Sludge Bomb, it gets Leech Seed, gets Synthesis. What else does it get? It gets Light Screen. I didn't even know that. Look at me going over this stuff is making me learn new stuff. Gets Sleep Powder. It gets Toxic. Well, I kind of knew that. And if I wanted, I could potentially run it physical. And if I did run it physical, it gets Bullet Seed. It gets Earthquake. It gets Knockoff, which you can still run it with the special set. It gets Power Whip. It gets Petal Blizzard. It gets Outrage. It gets Seed Bomb. It's just Venusaur with plus Ninetales is gonna probably be something hard to take down. Yeah, Venusaur just, I feel like I need to get Venusaur. That's all I really can say. Next Pokemon I went ahead and picked up was, and now I know it sounds crazy, but we went ahead and picked up Chimecho. Now Chimecho, again, is nothing to sleep on. Chimecho, yes, it doesn't have the best stats in the world, but it is a pretty good Psychic type. It gets Calm Mind, it gets Dazzling Gleam, it gets Energy Ball, it gets Heal Bell, obviously. It gets knockoff, surprisingly. I didn't even know that either. It gets Psychic, obviously, Psyshock, Recover, Shadow Ball, Signal Beam, Substitute, Taunt, Wish, Thunder Wave. This can potentially be a Cleric user. Could be defensive. It can be offensive with Calm Mind. Just the speed stat isn't the best. Attack stat also isn't the best, but it's okay because we're gonna manage with Bell here. That's what I named it. I named it Bell, the Chimecho. But you know, it's not normal B-E-L-L, it's B-E-L-L-E to make it fancy. But yeah, I'm gonna be rocking out with our Chimecho this season. Now the second to last pick, the last 2 picks. Okay, so actually we have 3 picks left, but the last one was our franchise. You guys will find that out in a second. Well, in a couple of picks. But the last 2 picks, I really didn't know what to get. I feel like I had everything in my team that I needed. That's why I said I'm probably gonna make a couple of changes, definitely. But with this next pick, we went ahead and pick up Alolan Sandslash. Now, Alolan Sandslash, I know, why didn't I get Alolan Ninetales if I was gonna get Alolan Sandslash? But just I didn't plan on getting Alolan Sandslash, but I think I probably might keep this on my roster this season because it's a good Pokemon even without the added boost with Hail. It has base 100 attack, base 75 HP, and base 120 defense. So I can run what's it called? What's that helmet? The Rocky Helmet. I can run the Rocky Helmet set, and you know, potentially be eating all those hits. I can run Assault Vest, so I can take some hits on a special side. Good moves that this thing gets is Earthquake still. It gets Icicle Crash, which I'm gonna be honest, I'm not too happy about Icicle Crash because it has a chance to miss. But it's okay because we're gonna be working with it. It gets what's it called? Iron Head. It gets Gyro Ball because you know it's slow base 65. It gets Leech Life. It gets Poison Jab. It gets Night Slash, Shadow Claw, X Scissor, Swords Dance, Rapid Spin, which is good because we needed a spinner. Well, we have Defog and Mega Pidgeot, a designated Rapid Spinner. So our Alolan Sandslash, I feel like is going to be putting in some of the good work. I know I've been saying that a lot, but I still do think it. Now the last Pokemon we went ahead and drafted, not the franchise that we went ahead and drafted, was Mantine. Now Mantine, I'm probably gonna, I don't know, I might trade this thing out, but at the time I just needed a blast pick. We did this draft live and I was pretty tired of the draft. It went like 8 hours, not even exaggerating. It went from like 2 p.m. to like 10 p.m. and it was just a disaster. Hopefully next season it would be a lot better, but I wanted to hurry end the draft, so I picked up Mantine. Mantine with the what's it called? With its boost this generation, with the plus 20, I believe, HP and the roost, it's a freaking wall, man. You can't even kill this thing with a stab electric move. Probably a Z move, probably like a Z electric, whatever. I don't know. I forget what it's called, but Mantine's gonna be hard to take down if I decide to keep it. It gets water absorbed, so it's immune to water type moves, and it gets the HP back. I'm actually really upset Mantine's not physical because it gets amazing physical moves. It gets freaking Gunk Shot, it gets Earthquake, it gets Bullet Seed, it gets Seed Bomb, it gets Waterfall. I wish I could run it physical, but that's not the case. We're gonna be running it special mostly with probably Scald, Air Slash, Roost, probably Defog and stuff of that nature. But nonetheless, Mantine's a good Pokemon overall. And yeah, now our franchise Pokemon from last season, I don't know if you guys remember, but I said we're gonna go ahead and keep our Umbreon, the Moon. This thing just put in the best of work. It's a great wall. I do not want anybody else to have this but me. Umbreon can be Stally, it can be not Stally because Foul Play. Don't sleep on Foul Play because even though your HP might be, unless you're a Fairy type, but even though your attack might be low, it's still going to be putting out more damage than you're going to be doing to it. Base 110 and defense base 130 special defense plus that 95 HP. it's gonna be hard to take this thing down. And yeah, we have another cleric in this. We have Heal Bell Wish. And yeah, that's basically it with Umbreon, and that wraps up our draft. Now, let me know in the comment section what you guys think I should change, what you guys think I should keep. I personally am excited for this season. A lot of new Pokemon I'm excited to work with. Some I might change, but regardless, I'm really happy, guys. Let me know what you guys think, and that's pretty much it, guys. Who do you guys think is going to be the MVP of this season? Let me know down in the comment section as well. And with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. My name is Blastoises, and I will talk to you guys later. Take care, guys. See ya.